Hello friends, welcome to the third part where we are discussing the isometric management. Okay, in first part we have discussed who are the stakeholders, what are their expectation, how we are going to manage all these expectations. Then we had to look at isometric and its section. Then we discussed all the isometric life cycle stages and what are the mandatory item in the isometric tracker. In second part, what we have discussed is we use these isometric trackers just to get the status of each and every sheet with a single pivot table. We learned how to prepare pivot table and how to use slicers, adding more than one pivot table in a single sheet, then how to merge all these slicers along with pivot tables to get the status and progress of each and every checker, modeler, and if you want to get the status line size wise, and many more things. In this video, what we are going to cover is pivot table options. Now we'll go one step further. We have learned how to create pivot tables. Now we'll look at how we can improve the layout, formatting, and many other options which are available in the pivot table. How we can implement to get the better results. So let's start with this pivot table options. Now what we had prepared in last video, we had three pivots with us and we had three slicers with us. Okay, now just right click on any of the pivots, any of the pivot inside the pivot, and you will get the pivot table options. Just click over it and we'll get this box will pop up, and where we are having layout and format, total, filters, display, printing, data, and alt text. So we'll go to each and every option one by one, and we'll see and we'll look into the important items which are very useful. If you see here, most important are these one: auto fit columns within widths on update. Now suppose we were talking about 120 sheets, or here 45 sheets are there. Suppose in isometric tracker, if somebody has updated status of another 100 sheets, then we just have to click over this pivot and refresh. Then this data will automatically be updated. So in that case, these column width, row height, it doesn't change. We don't want to change every time because we have already set it to read the text mentioned in the rows and columns. So we'll unclick this one, because once we are having more than one pivot table at a single page, then we don't want to change the formatting of one pivot table once we are updating this one. So we'll unclick this. So whatever format we have set, it will remain forever. Okay, similarly, if you want to put something for blank cells, you can enter here. Okay, maybe result awaited or missing or something, whatever we'll type here, it will be displayed here. So these two are very important features which we need to use while creating and using the pivot tables. Now in this slide, what we have done to understand how we can use the subtotal and grand total commands through pivot table, what we have done, we have created a new pivot table where we have added modelers and checkers in same row here. Earlier what we had done, we had taken modeler ones, then checker ones, we had two different pivot table. This is what we have created new one, modeler and checker same rows, then all these stages we have put in here. So we'll get this kind of arrangement. Now here we can get very interesting data. First modeler is associated with one checker, then modeler 2 is associated with 4 checkers. Okay, similarly these association with modeler and checker are shown at the same place, same pivot table. Now if you see here, 33 sheets are handled by modeler 1, modeler 2, and this is the breakup handled by each checker. Okay, so complete data we can get, like these 10 sheets and 4 sheets have been issued. These have reached up to stage 11. So we can track each and every stage along with the association of checker and modeler. Now here in this slide, what we are trying to see, how we can use sub and grand total. Now if you see here, modular 1 data is there, modular 2 data is there, and breakup is also there. If you don't want to see this row, okay, this is subtotal. If you right click on any of the column, and you will see this pop-up will be there. Just click or unclick subtotal here. Okay, if you unclick it, it will be gone and it will look like this: 13 modular 1 associated with checker 1 and 13 sheets were handled. Modular 2 associated with checker 1, 8 sheets were handled. So this way we can have some different format with us. In this table we are having same table. Okay, just right click on grand total like we have done here, and this will pop up. Just click remove grand total, so this row will be disappearing. Now there will be no grand total shown for individual column. Okay, this is what we can do if we don't want to show too much details. Okay, this is very good to present data. Now how we can bring it back? When once we don't have this grand total, we cannot right click and bring this back. So what we have to do, now we will right click on the pivot table, then pivot table options will be there, then go to totals and filters. Now we can click or unclick these grand total. If we click it, it will come back here. Okay, this option is not available on directly by right clicking on the right table on grand total. Okay, to bring it back, so we have to go inside the pivot table options, then tools and filters, totals and filters, then this we can click or unclick. Now there is a very important option within pivot table options. If you see, right click pivot table options, then totals and filters. If you see here, this is very important option: allow multiple filters per field. Okay, just click it. Then what we are having with us in our field option, where all the options are there, if you click on modeler, you drag your mouse here on any of the option, then click it, then this pop-up will be there. Okay, if we can select the required options. Suppose we don't want to see the status of 4 and 5, modular number 4 and 5, just click 3, 4, 2 and 1. Okay, then this table will be, it will change the data to modular 1, 2 and 3. Okay, 4 and 5 will be not available. So by this we can filter it through options also, directly from options. We don't have to add few things here, we can do it from here also. But if something is visible here, we can directly filter using field options only, but we have to click it in the pivot table options, totals and filters. Now this is very simple and commonly used option within the pivot table options. Display, if you click right click on the table, then go to pivot table options, then this table will be there, then just click here. Okay, classic pivot table enable dragging of fields in the grid. If you click this, then you can directly drag options from here to this field, here to this field. Okay, so this is just to drag. Then display field captions and filter drop downs. Here if you see row labels, okay, this count of stages, these few things will be changed if we click or unclick these two options. Now another very important option is here. Now if you see, we are having so many options here. Okay, whatever we have added the headings of isometric tracker, all the headings will be coming here, so that we can drag and drop in the filters or value column. Now what is happening, once the options are so many, then it will be very difficult to find, so we can always sort it. If you sort it A to Z, this will be in alphabetical mode, and it will start from A and end at Z. So it is very easy to look into this and select the options. Now the last one is, if you see the data, Here only this option is very important. Whenever we try to make a pivot table, we have to go to this option, right click on the table, select pivot table options, then select data and click on refresh data when opening the file. Okay, if we are changing and we are linking our pivot table with so many external files, we don't want to see the previous data once we have changed the data at background. So we'll click this option, and whenever we'll open the file, the data will be updated. So this is one of the important option also. So this was all about pivot table options. We have looked into many options available with us to improve the format and to save some time. I'm sure you like this video. We have covered other parts also in oil and gas. You can see rest of the videos at Oil and Gas Fundas channel, YouTube channel. Okay, and Facebook page we have Facebook group also. Then you can contact me at my LinkedIn profile or at my email here. So you can, along with this isometric management, you can have a look at all these topics which are divided into short videos. If you see the 40 minutes, there are at least 6 videos. Okay, 8 to 10 minutes each. Then every topic we have covered into short videos, and this is the total time mentioned for all the videos. Okay, anyhow, in next part we are going to start our isometric management, where we are going to cover hold management, how we can list out all the holds, how we can present and we can share with all the stakeholders. So this is going to be very important part also. So see you in the next part.